I'm going to start the eye by putting the grey in on the outer rim. We need some white in here for the light, and we need some grey, which is 233, in the inside pupil. Now this is very, very light at the moment, but it's going to be very dark when I finish. And the pupil encompasses the light in the eye. Good idea to do this like this, because you can creep up on it. Right, so next is darken the inner eye. I'm going to use 283 for that, because I see the eye as being very slightly reddish, ochreish, but very, very dark. So I'm going to use this because this is a lovely colour that tones with the fur. There you go. And then I'm going to use the 233 again, this time to darken. Now the reason I couldn't do that before is I had the pupil and the 233 the same colour. Right, so that's good. And now I want to use black. I'm going to put black in here. You really, when you do anything like this, you want to get there to the dark colour as quickly as you can. I could do with this being just a little bit sharper. I'll sharpen up in a minute. Good. Now we've got to do something inside there. Now the problem I've got is which one to use. I tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 181, and then I'm going to put a colour into it. Not quite sure what colour yet, but I'm hoping that it will. Yes, it does, because we had the grey underneath that originally. It's not made it too light, too dark, I mean, sorry. That's good. Bring back the white. Very important to have that white pristine, as long as we can keep it there. Great. Black again. I found a sharper black. And black on the outside. And also there'll be a certain amount of depth under at the top edge, like that. Right, now I've got to find a colour that will, first of all, we'll go in here, which is what I want to do. Let's do this, because I know I've got to use a grey in here. This is on the very edge of the black. Like, that's it. That's what I was looking for. And then on the edge of that, we'll use a little bit of 169. I don't think you've ever seen me do anything like this before, not in the same way, but I need it sharper than that. There you go, sharper black now, and then right on the very edge of that, that needs to be dark again. That's it. See how we've got a film, and if you pull that out just slightly further out than that, you get a really attractive blend, which is, I think, would be almost impossible to do in any other way. That's great. I like that. Do I think it's a little bit too dark? Yes, I do. Put a little bit of light on it. This is light grey I'm using. I like it there though, because there is a certain amount of shadow that comes from here. Now I've got to now decide what colour to put in there, and I have to go searching, folks, so I'll be back with you in a moment. Right, I've decided I was looking at the eye and thinking it looks like a greeny ochre. I thought, okay, if it looks like a greeny ochre, put a greeny ochre in. And this is the green I've decided to use. This is 172. That is actually a very good choice. And now I'm going to put a bit of ochre in, 182, jolly old 182. That is very close to the picture. But if I can find a sharp black, here we are. But it's darker than that, so what I'm trying to do now is to go in with a black on top. Which will give me a very, very strong, very dark tone in there. How do I think about that? Yeah. You see, the pupil itself was very distinct on mine, but in fact, in reality, it's not. It like emerges like that, folks. Now I've just got to sharpen my black up to get that really sharp on that edge now. And the other thing is, we've also got to make it darker there. A little bit there. Using a little bit of black, a little bit of 169 there now as well. And then 181. white I'm using now, in case you're keeping count of colours. Looking good though. Now, can I get away with blending the inside of the eye? Let's try. And normally I'd say don't do this, but as it's such a large eye, and I feel we could do with a little bit of shading in there. Now, don't do this, folks, if you're in any way unsure. You could just leave it as I had it before. Once again, diffuse that. I like that. That's great. A couple of little things that I'm going to do. I'm going to sharpen that pencil up, and I'm going to sharpen that black up. This is a 230 in the black, and then I want to put in a little bit of eyelashes that come across there using the 230, and then I'm going to go round there again with the black. I've got my sharp black and I've got my sharp 230. First of all, the black going on the outside edge of the eye. Just a little more black in the very centre. I've also put in a little spot of the 283. That was the colour I first started with, and that gives it a really nice glow in the eye there. Okay, and now the 230. I'm just going to put just a little more around the outside edge here, but I think this is actually okay. No, I'm not going to touch that anymore. Good. Now, if I turn this round, I've got to do the eyebrow. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this is because I want to push it. I turn my reference picture around so I can see what I'm doing, and you come from here. Now, the reason I'm using the light 230 is the white would be too big, too strong. And it's just a whisper. That's it. Just a quick repair job. We want to make the eye as attractive as we can, by putting a little bit more light in here. That's going to throw up that. Another idea, sometimes it's a good idea to do it upside down. A little bit more light there. You see things that you don't see the right way up. I know that seems crazy, but it's true. A little bit there. Just a little bit more here. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, let's check it around the right way and have a look at it. Ooh, that's pretty good. I think we can beat it. It may just be worth just putting just a smidgen of white just there to stop the ball rolling. Yes, it did. It worked. Okay, well there we are, that's done. I'm sure the light of the eye is quite strong. I think you could do here, just on the very top of that, you just have a little bit of the 1, 2, 3. What's that called? Well, you get a kind of shadow there. It can look really nice. Anyway, I like it.